update. All right, Subway Surfers.
A warning tonight about the deadly dangers of so-called subway surfing in New York City. Yesterday, an 11-year-old boy died trying to surf a subway car.
Got tired of the Subway Surfer game, I swear to God. They got tired of that shit, bro. Rest in peace to little bro, but why was you on a Subway? What? Why were you on a Subway? You gotta chill out, bro. You're wild. They look cool doing that. I mean, they ain't gonna say that.
We hop on the 7 train. I was like, this is the 7th, this is the train line that I've never surfed before. So I'm gonna take the chance to surf it right now. There's this little metal beam lined up at the entrance of the stop. That was like in perfect correlation with my head.
I was like, yo, Terrell, look at this shit. It's crazy. Hope you ain't doing no dumb like this. He was like, nah, hell no. I don't do no stupid like that. And come to find out, like, he might have even been in that video.
No surfing or riding outside of trains under any circumstances. Social media is not worth it. Ride inside, stay alive.
What the No. What? How bored are niggas nowadays, bro? Like, how bored do you gotta be to say, yeah, I'm gonna go hop on a moving train on the top of that? Like, bro, just play Subway Surfer. You could literally do that in a video game, bro. Why? Why are you doing it in real life? Ridiculous, bro.
Can we get these guys and get out of here? Let's go.
Do they not see what happened to bro?
Any respect or like love. Just maybe come who I am.
That shit do look a little packed on the inside. See, you can get in that car. New York City Subway Surfers, man, that's crazy. That's ridiculous. These guys are too bored.
A disturbing trend is ripping through New York City. Young men are risking their lives, leaping onto moving subway trains, riding the metal beast in a dangerous game of subway surfing. Reckless behavior amongst the youth is not new. It's been a part of history for millennia. But this story has a modern twist. Much like the viral Kia Boy phenomenon, the rise of subway surfing can be directly traced to social media, where the pursuit of fleeting fame drives young men to risky extremes. But these brief moments of internet glory can come at a devastating cost. The harsh reality is that some New York families will never see their sons again because of this deadly trend. Warning, what you see in this video should not be replicated in any manner. This is highly dangerous, and doing this stunt is not worth your life. Viewer discretion is advised. We're here at Court Square Station to cover a very serious, interesting, and controversial story. There's these subway surfing kids. They hop up on this train right here, and it might be the last thing they ever do. Are you guys aware that there's kids that ride this subway, that surf it? Have you ever heard of those kids?
Yeah.
What would you want to tell those kids if you could?
Stop doing that.
Think about your life.
Yeah, your life is more important. Exactly. You got a long life to live.
What would you do if your son was caught doing that?
Oh my God. I might have to strangle him.
Strangle him.
Just died on the train.
When did that happen?
Earlier
On some
today
Homer
on the
Simpson
F train.
shit.
A little kid riding on the train coming from school.
An 11-year-old boy from Brooklyn fell off
nigga
the
rode
train
the top
and
of the
onto
train
track
home from
after
school?
pulling the
Why?
dangerous stunt.
The boy was on the roof, subway surfing, on top of a G train in
Come
Parksville,
on, bro. Like, you
Brooklyn,
gotta think,
bound
like,
for Queens.
imagine if you got
What is
hurt,
it
bro. Think about
about
what
young
your
men you
mom
think that are just willing to do this?
You see people doing it on the
They be so
TikTok,
hurt
and
about
everybody
that
want to
shit, bro.
follow it.
Don't follow these other videos.
Think you getting sturdy on the train? Why?
Bible, nah, your life come first.
How are you?
Everything's good right now.
Okay. I was talking to a couple on the way here. They said a kid died on the F train today.
That did just happen literally this morning. 10:15 this morning, some kid cut class, went on the F train, your 4th Ave 9th. There's a bridge, and when someone's inexperienced and they don't think about that shit, they'll do it, they don't think about that. And as a result, they can't get downtime. He probably hit the bridge and fell under, and that was it for him.
How risky would you rate this behavior?
I would say it's very risky nowadays, especially with the abundance of social media and everyone doing it. Back when I was doing this stuff, it was not that bad.
To all the viewers back home, I would say this. No amount of likes or views or follows is ever worth you risking your life. Should we start moving?
I think we should.
surfing or riding outside of trains under any circumstances. Ride inside, stay alive.
You'll see that like every 5 to 10 minutes. You'll see it in the stations, you'll hear it on the trains. On a line like this, they play it so often, you can't go one commute without hearing it. This campaign where they're playing all the announcements, it's literally fueling the fire in my opinion. The mayor thinks he's doing a good job spreading awareness about it, but in reality, kids will see that, they'll look up subway surfing on Instagram, and they'll literally just hop on top of the train because they see people are discouraging it. But at the same time, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, they're all encouraging it. They'll just get on top, think it's cool, maybe not think of the consequences, and one wrong move and it's it for them.
You seem like a smart kid that would come from a good home.
If I'm real, I have a lot of issues. Like, mentally, it's hard, but, you know, riding on top of the train, riding on the back, it was a way I coped with it, you know? It really was at the time. But, you know, after I stopped this phase in my life, I started to slowly mature, and I put myself into school, completed some technical school stuff, and now I'm on my way trying to get employment, see a better future of myself.
And how old were you when you started?
I was 16, and I stopped when I was 18.
And what made you get out of the game?
So in December 2022, someone in our group, he fell under a train and passed away while I was on top of it.
Police say a 15-year-old was on the top of the southbound J train around 11:30 this morning when he fell and hit the electrified third rail. Teams from the MTA and the police responded, but it was too late.
Attention everyone. If you have questions or need to report an issue to the police, the MTA police is located.
Nah, yeah, that's fucked up. These niggas gotta stop. I don't know why they're Subway surfing.
When I was doing it on this line.
Back in my day when I was a kid, bro, we played the game.
Like, I could go up and down the whole line, surf, back, top, do anything
niggas
I
in New York
want,
don't
and
hit the
not
third
having any
rail,
repercussions for it. But because it's gotten so popular, the police see it on social media, police officers loading station on this line, preferably at the end of platforms a lot more often to catch kids if they're on the back or if they're riding on top of the train, they'll hold it.
What's good, Rashad?
But it's gotten to a whole other level nowadays. You see, like, you know, a building like that says with the blue stripe 50. Yeah. They'll go on the roof of that building because it's a vantage point where they can see the train tracks. And if they see kids riding on top of the train, they will literally deploy drones which will record the activity, and then they'll stop the train before you even get to the station, and then police, and they'll just have police waiting for them.
There was this one right here.
Annoying.
What made you do that?
Adrenaline.
What
You're
the
the
fuck?
adrenaline shakes right now, huh?
A little.
Yeah? You did it with Crocs too, huh?
Yeah. Crocs, anything, doesn't matter to me.
Yo, he's
Can I tell you something? This morning, a kid died doing this. You hear that?
I don't have a phone. I haven't been really updated.
What does that make you think?
It hurts to see, like, other people that I know.
Nigga said, I don't got a phone. I ain't been updated.
That's
Why are you doing
annoying.
that shit in the first place,
It's
dude?
really stupid.
Why'd you do it then?
Growing up younger, I didn't really get treated with like, any respect or like love.
So basically, he was a loser, and now he's subway surfing. What? Like, bro, what? Bro, make it make sense, dude.
Like, just made me become who I am. Like, I started doing like illegal shit, dangerous shit, like this.
So this nigga was a loser. He said he wasn't loved, but I mean, bro, that don't mean fucking wild out. Like, what? What? How does that make sense? What?
If I'm gonna be real, it's a drug. It's literally a drug. You can't stop. I was you. I was doing this 2021, 2022. I just tried to bring myself up, put myself in a better spot than I was in before. And I really hope at some point, you'll learn.
This look like this
mature,
is this nigga
and
first time.
You'll figure out what you want to do with yourself. For my age, I've matured, but there's still some things that just affected me when I was younger, which makes me who I am right now. I also was abused when I was younger. By both mom and dad.
So now I ride trains.
If the ride home goes wrong, what would you want? What message would you have for your mom, or what would you want her to know?
I just wanted to know what I felt before, to take into account what she did was wrong.
Like a kind of a big brother, I just say like, think about your future. That you bring a lot of value to the world, and you can bring a lot of value to the world. So that would be very sad to hear something happening to you from this.
Yeah, he just want a little attention, bro. Like he's going back the other way. What is he doing? He just rode the train this way, and now he's taking it back the other way. What?
There's different groups to this shit.
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
People have beef with one another.
I'm lost.
It's just a part of it.
The last kid said that a lot
They
of
got
these kids
subway
carry
surfing
knives,
gang
the subway
beefs.
surfers.
Kids stay strapped sometimes with knives. I saw one video of a kid whipping out a gun on top of the train. It was...
But to a lot of these kids are armed and dangerous in a way.
On the way up.
There is a Manhattan bound local 7 train to.
So when you guys are doing this, ever once has an adult tried to stop you from doing it?
Yeah, of course, so many times, man. That shit just be funny.
How do they try and stop you?
It was my friend actually. He was trying to go up, and there was some big buff guy. He was like at least 300 pounds, and he tried to like fight him for real, cause he tried to stop him to not go up. They started grabbing
trying
each
to
other.
save y'all lives, bro.
Punches going through.
Also, you got like the Karen.
These niggas dead ass fighting niggas to stop them from saving their lives. What the fuck? He's like, no, bro, don't get up there. You gonna get, man, back the fuck up. Suck my dick, nigga.
Them saying shit will just magically get us down.
So if a lady tries to stop you, she's a Karen?
I get it. They just be looking out for us and stuff, bro. We was just having fun.
There's a lot of moms that see us, and they be like, yo, what y'all doing? Like, y'all got a life to live. But like, we really don't give a f. We used to, but now I understand. But before, nobody cared and stuff, so they was still gonna do it at the end of the day. A lot of kids, they lost their life just cause they saw something cool on the internet. Just like me though, but then God, I ain't lose my life.
We're all here. We're all live, well. Yeah. Grateful to be living another day.
To see what the consequences of subway surfing are, we're gonna go talk to someone who shouldn't be alive today.
Good to meet you, man. How are you? Great to meet you. June 23rd, 2022. I guess some of my friends, we go on the train, we go to the Tangram Mall in Flushing, Queens. We initially go to see a movie. Turns out we didn't see a movie, and then we decided to head back to Astoria. We hop on the 7 train. I was like, this is the 7 line. This is a train line that I've never surfed before. So I'm gonna take the chance to surf it right now. Might as well. And then I climbed up. I'm sitting there, and then there's this little metal beam lined up at the entrance of the stop. That was like in perfect correlation with my head.
Ooh.
I was sitting on the train with my legs dangling in between the carts. Everybody always asks me if I saw the beam. Obviously I saw the beam, but in order for a human to process what to do, like to duck under the beam, you would have already been there by the time. By the time it would have processed in your brain to duck.
I don't know like how to put it in words. Like, this is my best friend. I started begging God. Like I got down on the floor in a nasty bathroom in the hospital. I remember, like a nasty, pissy hospital floor. I was on the floor, like literally begging.
When you first saw him, did you even think he was gonna survive?
He was never not gonna make it in my head. It me up.
Damn, man.
Like it up, but I still was like, I'm like a type of person where everything is resolvable. Everything.
So what we about to see right now, we pretty much about to see one of my dead friends who have passed. God may bless his soul. This is what we wrote for him to send our blessings to him. The day he passed away, a lot of people showed up, all his friends, like all of us that used to surf. But we don't condone that surfing stuff anymore. At all, so please do not try this at home at all whatsoever, please. It's crazy too, because he was young. He was only like 14. He was only 14 at the time when this happened.
You don't have to get super specific, but what was he going through at home? This is where he was here.
The most that I do know, him, his family, They were in the midst of struggling at the time, so they were at a tough time, so we had to back him up with some clothing and everything, because he was backed up at the time. Sometimes talking about him is not really an easy topic to bring up with him and everything. It's just like, because there could have been times where we could have really saved him.
Do you guys wrestle with guilt about the situation?
Yeah, we do. Pretty much these are all the blessings on behalf of Jeff. Fly high, Jeff, you know.
That day was crazy. When I heard the news, I couldn't even believe it. Our man's called. He was like, oh, he fell off the train. He hit his head. It was bad. Bro, we were just hoping he was okay for real. When I saw the news later that night, they told me that he passed away. I was just crying. I couldn't believe it at all, because that was really my closest friend. And he was the coolest friend I ever had. Like, he was funny, laughing. Whatever he needed me, I always pull up on him. That shit was just sad. He was down for anything too. Bridges, he was down for whatever. We lost two. Our friend Kayvon also, he died surfing the Williamsburg. But thank God we quit that shit. We don't do that shit anymore. Whatever y'all see right now, that's only for today. For those that still do it, they need to stop. It's not even cool anymore. It's not worth your life.
Okay, so they said they're gonna go on a run. I'm gonna follow them under the train. I'm obviously gonna stay in the train. This stuff makes me really nervous. I mean, there's a lot of parallels between this and the Kia Boys to me. See how this goes. So we'll see after this mission.
Yeah, like somebody could somebody could dead ass come back like fucked up, not make it back from that shit. These niggas wildin', bro.
What's going through your heads right now?
Right now, a lot right now. A lot of good things, definitely. It was beautiful just now. Just being on top of there, it looked beautiful from that sunset, definitely.
What influenced you starting this in the first place?
I had a past family member of mine who did it at one point, and I kind of picked it up from him, technically speaking.
Can we get these guys and get out of here? Can we get out of here? Let's go.
We're just worried about the cost, man. We're not trying to get, arrested. We 18 and shit.
Definitely. Central bookings is not pretty. Being in a jail cell is definitely not pretty.
Seen a lot of shit there.
Have you guys gotten locked up for doing this before?
Yeah, I have. You have? I've been locked up. I only got locked up once just for surf. We were surfing like in Brooklyn, and we got caught up because there was cops at the station. We tried to like get low. I ran on the tracks, but you see like the cops is at the next station just waiting for us, and then they tackled us. Some guy tried to tase me, but luckily he did it.
Do you think the cops are coming for you right now? Do you feel like that noise is for you?
No. They're not really worried about this subway surfing shit out like that.
Do your guys' parents know you do this?
Yeah, my mom and dad, they know, but they don't support it. I told them I stopped. I basically did stop. I just started doing it like recently again. It's fun. That adrenaline, it's fun.
I kind of see it like more as like a scenery thing. So whenever I'm up there and I see the sunset, I'm like, yeah, it looks beautiful.
It's like something like to get away from like your problems. Like, for me, like,
bro, like go do drugs or something.
Like down,
I'm not
I just
gonna lie.
come outside, either paint, explore, or surf sometimes. It's accomplished.
With this specific situation, is high risk and no reward. The people that was trained surfing, they end up being washed up old.
No,
like,
don't go do drugs,
niggas
bro.
that
Go
ain't
do
really
something
doing nothing with
productive,
their life
bro.
at the end of the day.
Was there any part of you that was mad at him after?
Not even a little bit. A few months before this happened, there was a video that went viral on social media, not just in New York, it was all over the world. It was a video of kids running and playing on top of a train that was going over the Williamsburg Bridge.
The video shared on TikTok shows a first-hand view. 8 people out for a joyride on top of subway cars as it traveled over the Williamsburg Bridge. The group appears to be having the time of their lives.
I was like, yo, Terrell, look at this shit, it's crazy. I was like, I hope you ain't doing no dumb shit. He was like, nah, hell no, I don't do no stupid shit like that. And come to find out, like, he might have even been in that video.
Why are these kids doing this? for the rush that they get, like the adrenaline rush.
How many times had you done this previously successfully?
Before my accident?
Yes.
At least double digits.
We talking closer to 10 or closer to 90?
Closer to like 30.
He pretty much doesn't have control of the left side of his body.
Almost like you had a stroke.
The whole left side of his body. So the fact that he is making himself walk, like he's manipulating his body, and he's been doing a lot of physical therapy over the past 2.5 years to get to this point, balance. Things are very different now.
So what kind of impact you want to have?
An impact that like kills it and ends train surfing in general.
So these are kids right here. What do you think about that?
Rather dangerous.
Do you think they should get in trouble for that?
If they live, perhaps they should, yes. I mean, I grew up in this city. I remember it's been ages, but it's been going on decades after decades. If you know, thrills shouldn't risk your life.
It's dumb as you're risking your whole life. Why are you getting on top of a train?
What should happen to these guys if they're caught?
Jail. Go to jail. That's it. Go to jail. Because you're supposed to be in school getting your education.
I know a friend who knew a friend that died from subway surfing. His name is Cordy. He died like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. Don't subway surf.
I think anybody that puts their life in danger, you gotta hope that they don't hurt themselves.
What would you say if you had a son that was doing this?
If my son was doing this, I'd probably tell him the choices that you make, you're gonna have to face them. I'm gonna tell you a safe choice, and from that you make your decision, and you have to live with the choices that you make.
¿Qué tan re loco? No, yo no lo haría.
Si tú puedes dar un mensaje a niños que hacen esto, ¿qué vas a decir?
Que cuiden su vida, estamos muy jóvenes para morir tan temprana edad. Hay que trabajar, estudiar, vivir la vida y confíen en Dios, que todo le va a salir bien. God bless you.
Muchas gracias.
Somewhere in the bowels of the New York subway system, this crew has a secret spot. After finding a way to pop open a secret door, here's where we went next.
Let's journey into the bowels of New York.
Not exactly sure when it was open, but I think it was around 1950, 1970. Yeah, it was used for, I think, a shuttle train to Far Rockaway, something like that. Yeah. But they didn't use it no more. And not a lot of customer service down here, if I'm right.
The trains wasn't being used, like I don't know, the plan just went wrong. I don't know exactly, so I'm not too deep into that, but it stopped being in service around the 70s. I'm not pretty sure, maybe the 60s. But yeah, it's been like this for a minute.
My name is C-Stags. I've been doing this for over 2 to 3 years. My specialty is rooftops and tunnels.
Tell me about your home life.
I went through a lot. My parents got divorced. My mom, it was just me and her. You know, she raised me alone and stuff. One of my good old friends brought me along to all these places. I met these guys. They brought me along with them as family.
How do you describe how this group treats each other?
Caring, all loving, we look out for each other and everything. Something happens, we're there for each other.
My name is Slash BT. I just started subway surfing about 2 or 3 years ago. It's been a crazy rodeo, man. If I never started this, I don't even know what I'll be doing right now. Probably be in the streets or some shit.
Nigga, what?
I could be in the streets.
You could be doing something productive, bro. You're riding trains, bro. My nigga, it's so much more you could be doing right now than riding trains. You would be in the streets, that's the only other option?
Doing worse stuff. This is just a little misdemeanor. I feel like this is better than the street. Even though some stuff like subway surfing I could die, but at the same time I feel like being in the streets you could die too.
What does this crew mean to you?
Nigga, you could die any
this
day.
Crew,
but you're really risking your life doing that
It's
shit.
a family, for real. Anything I do is with them. They know Chuck. I ride for them, for real.
What's your home life like?
I'm not gonna say I grew up poor or in a bad, environment, but I grew in a bad neighborhood, but I feel like I had a good mom, good dad.
Does your family know you do this?
In some sort of way, they do. They don't like it, they want me to stop, and I try, feel me, but It's just sometimes it's like, what else? Like, there's nothing else to do for real.
Yo, what's good? My name is Sosa. I used to surf. I don't really surf as much as I used to. I mainly be urbexing. I've been urbexing like for about a good couple of years now. I think I was 12 at the first time. My older brother had put me on into it. I'm only like really being like in the tongues and everything for the most part. Like only because like I'm interested in the history behind like the city, if anything.
What are your other hobbies?
My other hobbies, more so of an artist now. Trying to become more heavy into being like a fashion designer type. Like, I'm trying to like launch like a clothing brand.
What does this crew mean to you?
Crew, definitely a family. Like it's like another part of my family because like we was all able to accept each other for who we were as people. And, you know, we was always free to do as we pleased. We always looked after each other. We've been through a lot together. It's definitely one thing.
My name is Laos VAT. I do all this crazy shit. I do graffiti, you know. I've been doing this shit for how long?
Does your family know you do this?
Yeah, unfortunately, when I got arrested. And yeah, they just don't want me doing it, they don't accept it, but I still do it. It's fun, like that adrenaline.
What does this crew mean to you?
They're family to me, like, I basically grew up with them. We've been doing this shit for how long? I knew them for like how long?
How's life at home? What's your home
So it's
life
like a sense of community in this shit, bro. They want to be part of something, I guess, but subway surfing ain't it.
Like, I don't really got nothing going on at home. I would rather be outside than home. For me, home is boring.
Do you know many people that have died doing this?
2 people, both of them were my friends. His name was Kayvon and John. The first one who passed away was Kayvon back in 2022. That was like a close friend of mine. It was terrifying. So basically it was like a turn, he lost control and he fell off. When I was going back down, all I seen was his backpack on like the rail. So I already knew what happened. I was like, damn. And then the firefighters had to come, all that. And then they told us the news that he passed away.
If there's young guys out there that see your stuff on TikTok, Instagram, and think, I want to try this myself, what would you tell them?
Don't do it. Don't follow my footsteps. You'll get hurt. Your family's gonna be the ones that's gonna feel the pain. It's not gonna be you. It's gonna be passed away.
All right, guys, this has been a look into the world of the subway surfers. It was dangerous, it was reckless, but I think we learned a lot. If the risk is not worth the reward, don't bother doing it.
Fucking do that
Take
shit.
your shots wisely, do things that are gonna